one of free agency, everybody. A lot of moves being made in the NFL right now. We're going to talk about it all on the TPT podcast.
65 toss power trap. That might pop wide open, Rats.
Kansas City Chiefs absolutely phenomenal.
Free agency is officially here. It begins signing on Wednesday, but it is here. Teams can talk to agents. Players can talk to agents what teams they would like to go to, and they can agree to terms with deals. So a lot of teams made some moves, including our Kansas City Chiefs, as they got offensive tackle Jawaan Taylor. What does this mean for Orlando Brown? Well, this means Orlando Brown is pretty much out and Jawaan Taylor's in. Now they're going to see what they're going to do in the other tackle spot, as Andrew Wiley has left, and he is going to the Washington Commanders with his former OC, Eric Bieniemy, now going to be his current OC again, Eric Bieniemy. So the Chiefs kind of take care of the tackle spot. They need to go get another tackle, but they essentially have their tackle for the future. Orlando Brown is not going to be that guy there. It is going to be Jawaan Taylor. And some other news in the AFC West, Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be a San Francisco 49er, excuse me, not a San Francisco 49er anymore. He is going to be a Las Vegas Raiders. Yes, he's going to the Raiders. The Raiders move on from Derek Carr. Was it going to be a rookie quarterback? Was it going to be a veteran? We didn't know who it was going to be. Some people speculated it was going to be Aaron Rodgers, and it's going to be Jimmy Garoppolo. And it's kind of a lateral move for me. I don't see this as an upgrade at all. I see this as a lateral move. Jimmy Garoppolo has been known to win, but for me, this is just a lateral move. Lamar Jackson on the AFC side still has not made a move. Jermaine Pratt stays with the Bengals, and the Bengals also lose both of their safeties. They lose both of their safeties in Von Bell and Jesse Bates. Jesse Bates going to Atlanta, and Von Bell also leaving the Cincinnati Bengals. So two key losses on that Bengals defensive side. Pittsburgh Steelers signed veteran corner Patrick Peterson. A lot of people speculated that it was going to be Jalen Ramsey, but Jalen Ramsey is off to the Dolphins. The Dolphins are loading up. There's a lot of people speculating that the Dolphins could also end up bringing a guy like Derrick Henry in. Houston Texans, what are they going to do at the quarterback position? Well, we know they've signed a veteran backup in Case Keenum, the hometown kid, Case Keenum. He played his rookie year, or his first two seasons with the Houston Texans in 2012 and in 2013. And he's the all-time leading passer there at the University of Houston. So good to see Case Keenum back there. They also brought in Robert Woods into Houston, trying to get a veteran wide receiver for their maybe that rookie quarterback. Not a lot of whole news with the Colts. They signed Matt Gay to a 4-year deal. CJ Beathard re-signs as the backup. Evan Ingram receives a non-exclusive tag. So you have Evan Ingram there who signed a tag. I like Evan Ingram. He's a good tight end for the Jacksonville Jaguars. You have a guy like Trevor Lawrence you're still trying to develop and be one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. Denver Broncos also made moves for Jarrett Stidham as a backup. I didn't really see that one happening, but they signed him to a $10 million deal. Ben Powers also goes there as a guard. They need a guard to protect Russell Wilson. So they get a good guard there in Denver. Jawaan Taylor is going to be a Kansas City Chief, as I mentioned earlier about some of the AFC teams mentioning the Kansas City Chiefs here. As they pick up Jawaan Taylor, Orlando Brown is out, and it looks like Jawaan Taylor is going to be the future. They also re-sign Tayshawn Wharton. Good player on the defensive side, big physical guy. I like that re-signing for them. Ramid Al-Dul is also going to go to the Las Vegas Raiders. Josh Jacobs no, on non-exclusive tag. News out of LA, which surprised me a lot, as you had one of their top running backs, Austin Eckler, ask permission to seek a trade. I don't know if it'll happen. I really don't think it'll happen, but it is crazy that he is asking to seek a trade, and the AFC once again looks like it's just going to fall right into the Chiefs' hands for another year, where last year it looked like the pieces were being stacked for every AFC team. Now it looks like the Chiefs could yet end up again being the best team in the AFC West and winning free agency again. And they also signed, the Chargers signed Eric Hendrickson. So he is going to the Chargers. Dallas Cowboys have not too much news. They really typically don't in free agency. They're just bringing back a guy like Tony Pollard. Washington Commanders, Darian Payne, he is going to receive a franchise tag, and it's going to be a 4-year, $90 million contract for Payne. Wiley also went to the Washington Commanders. A lot of news for the Chicago Bears. DJ Moore was a trade to the Chicago Bears, along with them getting a plethora of picks in this draft and the next draft from the Carolina Panthers. They moved down to the number 9 spot, but they got DJ Moore in that trade. That's a big trade for them. They also got DeMarcus Walker on a 3-year deal. They got Tremaine Edmonds from the Buffalo Bills, big signing for them. And then DJ Edwards from the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm reading off some of these names here. It looks like Craig Reynolds is going to stay in Detroit. They re-signed him. Cameron Sutton signs with the Detroit Lions as well. That's a team that a lot of people are predicting to go to the playoffs, to win that division this year. People have them as a dark horse MVP team. The Atlanta Falcons signed Taylor Heinicke. I think he probably could be the starter of the Falcons this year. I don't think that they may draft a guy early. I think if they draft a quarterback, it's going to be in the 2nd, 3rd, maybe 4th round. A guy like you have, the quarterback from TCU. His name is leaving me right now. The quarterback from TCU, Max Duggan, Stetson Bennett, guys like that. You can draft them later round. They also traded for Jonnu Smith. So now they got the 2 flex tight ends there. They also picked up, like I said earlier, they have a guy like Jesse Bates. Von Bell, as I mentioned earlier, also going to the Carolina Panthers. 49ers, they re-sign Jameis Winston to a 1-year deal. Then they bring in a guy like Derek Carr. So their quarterbacks are going to be Jameis Winston, Derek Carr, and then you have a guy like Taysom Hill. Jamal Dean re-signs with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not a whole lot of news from them. No news from the Arizona Cardinals. There is 0 signings, 0 re-signs, 0 tags from the Arizona Cardinals. The only news from the Rams is they traded out for Jalen Ramsey and picked up Hunter Logan. So they got Hunter Logan as their quarterback. 49ers made some moves. They got Javon Hargrave. If I said his name right, I'm so sorry. You have Sam Darnold. This move is really weird to me, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, they signed him from the Panthers. And it's weird to me because you have Trey Lance and you have Brock Purdy. I thought they were going to have that battle it out for the QB spot. One of those guys got to go. I don't think you signed Sam Darnold for him to be a 3rd string, and I don't think Trey Lance, or I don't think Brock Purdy wants to necessarily be a third string again. He wants to be the backup roller. He wants to be, of course, a starter in this league. So that's weird for me that it's a 1-year deal for Sam Darnold going to the 49ers. Geno Smith resigns 3-year, $75 million deal for the Seattle Seahawks. Good pickup for him. But the only quarterback still out there is Aaron Rodgers. Is he going to go to the Jets? There yesterday was kind of a report that he did go to the Jets, that he's going to go to the Jets, but that is not official. That is not an official trade. A lot of the Jets players have tweeted, as you're going to see it here up on the screen. A lot of the Jets players have tweeted that he's a Jet. He's a Jet, but he's not a Jet just officially yet. I think he will be on the New York Jets here very, very soon. Aaron Rodgers is not a New York Jet. Let me know in the comment section some of the moves you want your team to make, and why your team should make some of these moves. There's still some moves out there that need to be made. DeAndre Hopkins out there, some trades that could happen with some of these other players, some of these other teams, what are they going to trade for? And, of course, the draft is a big factor on where some of these guys go. So let me know in the comment section below, guys, where you guys have some of these players going, or where you have some of these draft picks going. There's going to be more trades through the draft. So let me know any thoughts you guys have on that. That'll about do it, though, today for the TPT podcast. We'll be back this week with more shorts and more guest appearances with some NFL players and some more players here soon when we get closer to the NFL draft and closer to the NFL season. Guys, it comes and goes very quick, the NFL offseason. So the NFL season will be here before you know it. So make sure you guys keep up with all our latest content on Instagram, TikTok, and soon we'll be on Facebook and Spotify. So make sure you guys look out for that. But we'll see you guys next time on the TPT podcast.